Hey guys, it's Brandon with the West Texas Hunting Guys. We wanted to come to you today and make a video about a new broadhead that we're looking at using this year as we do our deer hunts, our hog hunts that we do all the time, and kind of come through and do an unboxing of that broadhead, kind of show the packaging, how it comes, and also talk through all the details and specifics of that broadhead. The broadhead we're talking about today is the SEVR Titanium 2.0 mechanical broadhead. It's a broadhead that we've heard a lot about and that we're excited to get going on and try out. So let's get into some of the details and kind of how it comes through. Okay, so let's get right into how it comes and what's all in the package. So this is exactly how the broadhead comes in the package in the mail. Inside the box, you open it up, and it's got quite a few things in here. It's got a little mini owner's manual. In the owner's manual, it talks about different things like putting it into a practice mode, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, how to unlock the blades and close it when it's done, how to replace blades, spare parts, things of that nature. So it's kind of a neat little user manual to keep with you. It's also got some stickers you can put on cooler, I guess anything else you want to put stickers on, but handful of those stickers, kind of neat. And then we get into the broadheads themselves. So one of the cool things about SEVR is that you can get them in any quantity. You can order just one broadhead, you can order 4, or you can order as many as fits in a box, which looks like it's probably 10 to 12 broadheads fits in that box. Whereas other companies might be able to sell them in packages of 3 and you have to get 2 boxes to get 6 or whatever it is. Here you can order as many or as few as you want, which I think is kind of neat. So you got the broadheads themselves right here. This is what they look like. Each of them is individually packaged in a little hard case, which I think is kind of cool. Let's get into one of those. So there they are. That is the SEVR Titanium 2.0. As you can see, it's a rear deploying broadhead, which is nice because as soon as these front markers hit whatever you're shooting, it deploys. You don't lose any speed by having them hit and then fold down. They just spring right up as soon as those hit the hide of whatever you're shooting. It does also have here in this hole, that's where you can screw in a set screw, and this becomes your practice head. There's no need for any extra heads you have to purchase for target shooting. You just screw in that set screw, and that keeps the blades tight inside to the broadhead itself. And you can shoot that as many times as you want. Since there's no sharp blades exposed because of that set screw, it doesn't dull as you shoot however many times you need to shoot to get it dialed in to make sure it's hitting where you want it to hit. What does keep them from deploying at all times are these little silicone O-rings. One thing that they say is that because they're silicone and not rubber or plastic, they hold up much better to weathering, to sun rot, to cold, hot, whatever it is, and that'll keep those things from deploying or getting brittle or anything like that as you're walking through brush and getting caught on something. They say these hold them on a lot better than others. One thing I'd also like to look at is how it looks when it is deployed. So as you can see, again, you have that O-ring. We're just going to slide that down, which is going to help us be able to deploy these blades. We'll put that down there. Again, rear deploying broadheads, so when it hits there, these things are going to spring up just like that. They come up to a full locked position just like that. Now this is the 2.0 because it has 2 inches diameter of a cut. The predecessor was the 2.1, so it has 0.1 less inches of cutting diameter. And the reason that they did that is by taking off that 1/10 of an inch, they're actually able to have a more swept back design, which gets 15% more penetration than the 2.1, which I think is actually pretty sweet. The 2.1 I don't think had many penetration issues as it was, but the 2.0 with that 15% more of a swept back version gets an extra penetration rate, which is hard to argue. One thing that's kind of cool about it also is you might notice earlier when I picked it up, it has this swivel. So they're locked in place right here, but they'll still swivel. And what that does is when you fire this into a deer or a hog or anything else, as it's going towards a hard object, it can hit and it'll swivel past that bone and keep going straight. Previously, when they were locked in place just like that, they might hit and glance off and you might miss the vital organs. Well, this one's kind of cool because it hits that bone, keeps going straight, and as soon as it gets past that bone, it levels back out and you keep going straight with that 2.0 inch diameter cutting rate. So a really neat feature that I think they did with this broadhead. The blades themselves are made out of stainless steel, and this is a titanium ferrule here, but they do hold up to multiple hits. Looking at some of the testing that's been done on these, they are made to be able to put back and reuse multiple times. You do that with the tool that you get with it, and you just slide those between the blade and the locking mechanism, and you can fold those back down for multiple uses. Of course, once that's back down, then you put the silicone stopper back on there, that O-ring, and then you're back in business to fire again. One other thing that comes with these broadheads is extras of the O-rings in the lid itself of where the broadhead comes inside the lid. It looks like it comes with two extra O-rings as well as that set screw that you can screw in for practice. So you do have at least 3 shots that you can get before you have to order extra O-rings. All right, guys, that's it. That is the SEVR 2.0 titanium mechanical broadhead. It's a pretty solid looking broadhead. Everything seems to check out with the things that they boast that the broadhead has, and we're looking forward to using it this season as we go out hunting deer, hogs, and anything else that happens to wander in front of us while we're out there. But follow us on Instagram at West Texas Hunting Guys, and of course right here, subscribe down below, West Texas Hunting Guys on YouTube. Hit that notifications bell, that way you get notified anytime we have a review like this, or as we're out there actually using the products that we review and hunting. So come along for the ride. We're happy to have you. We'll talk to you soon.